Jubal early and trying to get around Winchester and stay concealed would actually get to this point.
Would you read these?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till they get here. So, on or about the 10th of June, some of Milroy's soldiers had come out here looking for food. And they came to the house here and they confronted the owner and they said, you know, we're looking for food. Do you have anything? He says, I am fresh out of anything that you could possibly use. So then, while the soldiers are looking at the house, they say a squirrel comes out of the eave and it's carrying a partial husk of corn. And the soldiers look at that and say, you're lying to me. So they went upstairs and took every scrap of food they could find in the attic. So on June 14th, Jubal Early's army gets here. They get to this point and they've had a guide from town that had got them to this point. But he couldn't go any farther. So Early goes into the house over here and he says, I need somebody to guide me to a position where I can launch an attack on the west side of Winchester. And this guy says, I am not happy about the way that they've been treating me, especially that squirrel. And so what he does is he joins up with them and he'll lead them from here around to the position where they're going to attack West Fort. So it's the property owner that actually is the one that's going to end up assisting. So the owner, did you say he just waved at us?
Yeah, he's sitting right on the porch.
Okay. I've never had any trouble. I've brought 38 people before and I've had, you know, a dozen people come here. He's very nice and I think he's very proud of his home and doesn't mind if people take pictures. So if you want to take a picture, you're certainly welcome to. You can always come back here if you can find it. You know. But anyways, I just wanted to show you this because first, it's a beautiful piece of property, and there's really an interesting story that goes with it from the Union soldiers that came here and stole his food. It got him a little bit upset enough that he was not only willing to leave his house, he was willing to lead a Confederate army to help attack the people that are in town. So, are there any questions? Because the next part of the tour is the interesting part. That's when Jim will take my place and you'll be able to hear him, as opposed to me, who's kind of voiceless sometimes. Yes?
Who's the homeowner back there in the wall?
His name? Lupton. Yes, Lupton.
Lupton.
Yes, thanks for remembering. Yes.
Wait.
I'm sorry, that's old age 50. Yes, Dr. Lupton is one that we got helping out here. So from here, we're going to go down here, cross 2 railroad tracks, and make a right-hand turn on Courthouse. And we're going to go all the way to pretty much the end of that, and we're going to loop around and come out by the Winchester Farm Equipment deal. And we're going to pull into his yard. We've done it before. There's actually an agreement with the foundation that allows us to go on his property. And I'm going to scout out ahead. If we can get up onto the hill, we will. If he hasn't mowed it, I'm not going to take you up there. We'll go out around the back where you can kind of look at both sides, but I don't want anyone getting tied up with tips, okay? So we'll do it the best way that we can do it.
There's a foundation on the property.
They have in the contract for the sale of the property originally, one of the provisions in the sale was that the foundation would be allowed to take it. They don't own it. Just out in front of it where the apple orchard is, they're currently in process of purchasing that land. I'm actually getting it's an easement or is it
I think it's an easement.
It is.
You'll have to ask Jack about the specifics on it, but we're pretty close to getting that secured. We're currently financing the preservation of the attack on West Fort right now, so the action we'll be seeing right next, that's what we're working to save right now. So if you guys want to help save some battlefield land associated with the Second Battle of Winchester, we have a missing link that's a vital ground right here that we're going to be seeing up ahead.
So, like I said, down here, we're going to make a right on Poorhouse and work our way over to there. And after that, then the really challenging part of this is getting over to Stevenson's Depot. But this gentleman over here is going to be making that presentation. So, all right. And if there are no other questions, we're going to move on. Okay?